Thank you very much, Matty. Just when you thought the show was about to take a downturn, here we go. Belly of the Week, episode 418. We've got some crackers this week, a few videos as well. Bit of a Father Dave update. Andy's just sent me a brilliant one from Chavez Jr. We'll get to that shortly. I have managed to get the Tommy Hearns, Andy, on here. Was it hot boxing, I think?
My linguistic skills, Rob was mentioning it last week. This is absolutely epic. Sit down,
gold.
YouTube open. This is gold. Gold.
I haven't watched it yet. I haven't prefaced it, so I hope it's PG, Andy. We are a family show.
Well, why? It is. You know, in the day, Tommy Hearns is basically, I can beat your ass, Ray. And he says, what's he saying to me? Is he speaking Chinese? And, you know, Tyson's like, he's mentioning your linguistic skills, brother. You know, I'm not going to say the N-word, obviously. The N-word getting dropped about there as well, you know. So
let's get stuck in then, shall we? Here, let's see.
Where you hit you at?
Damn!
Scared of shit.
You scared of
No, I was concerned. I wasn't scared.
You were very concerned.
I wasn't.
Just you very concerned.
No, I wasn't scared. I was
That
concerned.
was you very concerned.
Tommy, I can knock you out now.
You can try.
Holy shit.
You can try.
Holy.
You can try. I dust your junkie ass off real quick.
Excuse me?
Don't fight unless you go down and legend.
Jump up, Ray. Jump up. You're going to get knocked right down real quick.
Stop. Oh, God.
Ooh, man, don't try to size me up.
No, come on, stand.
Yeah, I wasn't going to do that.
Hug each other, love each other.
I really wasn't going to do it.
Fuck that nigga up, Tommy.
He's shrunk.
He did, Tommy. He's shrunk. He did shrunk. I did too. He's shrunk. You shrunk, nigga. Bam! But you shrunk, Tommy. You used to look like 6'3".
Now let's see this alone.
Oh, he's going to put his hand on my head.
Oh, shit. Don't hit him, Tommy. Don't hit the nigga, please, Tommy. Don't hit him, Tommy. Tommy, don't hit the nigga.
I been had to reach, Ray.
Please don't hit him, Tommy. Oh, stop fucking around, Ray.
You ain't shit.
Tommy, I'll break you down.
That's right.
No.
Not yet. No, wait.
What we should do, we should sit right here on Mike Tyson show right now. And we're going to fight each other.
On Legends only.
I'll kick your ass some trouble. Man.
Tom, what are you saying?
I heard what he said. He's going to kick your fucking ass.
Let's agree that
are you speaking German?
Let's agree that we're going to
Holy shit. Right He's talking about your logistic skills.
I'll beat your ass sometime.
Jump on that nigga now.
You jump on me, he going to jump right out. Oh, wait, no.
Jump on him right now, Tommy. Get that. Right? Jump on him, motherfucker.
Tyson's like, go on, get in there, you fuckers, go on.
Oh, Tommy sounds bad, doesn't he, man?
He does, but listen, you can only make out every 4th, 5th word that he was saying, like.
I did make out that he said, I'll knock your junkie ass out, though. I got that bad.
He's speaking about your linguistic skills.
Oh, my God.
Tyson's stoned off his nut as well, just trying to sit there. Jump on him now, Tommy.
He's sitting with a big reefer tail, like, oh, Tony, oh, shit, boy, you're getting cold now. Oh, shit, boy.
Ben, you interviewed
Don't forget
Tommy,
Sugar Shane in between writing love paragraphs to his love of his life on Instagram.
The latest love of his life.
Yeah, Steve, I interviewed him when he went to Wilder Fury 2. And you know what? Yeah, you can tell. I mean, I don't need to tell you, you can tell there from the way his voice is. It's not good. And when I saw him, when we interviewed him, he had a guy who was actually sort of taking him around, like looking after him, making sure he was getting to where he needed to be, and helping him figure out what's going on, sort of thing. So it's not good. And that, like I said last week, Sugar Ray Leonard really pisses me off because he just comes across as a bully there. It's like he's sat there and in his head he's got this thing like, oh, people think. I don't know
mate, what. He's always been like that, mate. Trust me. Trust me. He was Floyd Mayweather before Floyd came along, wasn't he? Exactly. Yep. He wrote the blueprint.
And it's just like watching a little class bully sat there, and he just needs to have some attention, and it's sad really, especially when Tommy's in that state,
Yeah. Can I just also add to that as well, Ben? See that see that ESPN 30 for 30 documentary by Duran and Leonard for the No Mask situation, right? It was all contrived because Leonard at the start, who was narrating it, basically, it was basically like him fronting the show and that. I'm going to Panama.
Sorry, he was the producer on it. Yeah.
There you go. I'm going to Panama to find out the truth. Well, sorry, Ray. I can go to your autobiography and take out your words as the fucking truth that you knew that Duran was going to be out of shape and massively out of weight and stuff like that. What happens when they get him in the ring and stuff? He asks him face to face. He's not believing that. I'm saying, look at myself. Look, the guy's told you repeatedly what happened, and you don't believe him. So stop asking him. If you didn't believe him, stop asking the questions.
The other thing, Andy,
You're self-indulgent tripe that was.
Exactly.
The other thing about it was, Andy, when they're at that point near the end of the documentary and they're stood in the ring, halfway through Duran's answer, it cuts off and Sugar Ray starts narrating over the top of it, and you're like, what the fuck? I want to know what he's gonna say.
Yeah,
I get everything he had to say about the matter, but it's all about Sugar Ray. That's what
exactly.
It's crazy to think that Hearns fought 15 years ago.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, that's fucking crazy.
The Barkley knockouts are what really done it, I think, because he hit him on the way down and he burst his head off the canvas on the way down. I think.
Yeah, was that the first fight?
After that, yeah, the first one.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, Tommy was quite the puncher. Talking to punchers, Andy, we saw where was this located? This big fancy knockout. I've got the screenshot here. Was it somewhere in Mexico or Bolivia, maybe?
Australia, that I think.
Yeah,
that was Australia as well, was it?
Yep.
Yeah.
I'll get you the details in a minute if you want. But
we've got the video coming up, Andy, and you give us the details, and then I'll play.
It was the Club KO of the year. This is with Tim Boxall. So it was the heavyweight Bishop Lee 1-0 with a spectacular pro debut, a vicious KO win that literally folds Philly debutant Don McMillan 0-1 for a KO win victory Friday night in Salt Lake City, Utah. Thanks to King Danish for sending in the video. Watch ringside as well when you watch his video. Guys.
Yeah, I've circled him there in the picture. There's a guy doing his parental duties, looking after the child. So keep an eye on him. It's a green and white shirt, Andy, is it?
Yeah, look for about 21 seconds into the video when you play it, mate. 21 seconds and watch for the guy appearing.
21 seconds to go.
Given verbals as his daughter's trying to sleep, or maybe kidnapped her. I don't know. Maybe he's going to run out the toilet with her. I don't know. That kid is now dead now, by the way. Probably Mandy McCann's still.
When you showed me this earlier, I should have guessed it was in Oz, Andy. Like that's the only.
It was America, mate.
He said Utah, didn't he?
Salt Lake City, mate.
I thought you said it was in Australia.
No, it was Bennett said that.
Same direction.
Well, fuck.
Yeah,
I
got it wrong.
We'll claim it. We'll claim it.
Right, let's see. I'll tell you what. Even with this fella as well, the knockout is absolutely brutal. As I said to Andy earlier, he's swaying like a pair of knickers on the line in the breeze, man. So let's have a watch here, boys.
Quality. He's heat button fresh air there. Fucking in there, Dad. Fucking in there.
Carry power.
That was quality. That guy, as you say, Steve, that guy got iced. He's sleeping as he's falling down. And then he gets fucking hung out in the washing line like that by
and you're mad with the kid.
It's not like just lie there, mate. It's like dry off there, pal.
Must have been some shot, by the way, because you can hear the ooze from the crowd, even though they're at a bad angle. It's like, oh.
Can you imagine that must have been imagine the sound of that at ringside. Heavyweights, man.
And in Utah, there's probably no doctor, although he only would have come in and started tapping him, probably.
Yeah. He probably gave him some marijuana there, mate, smoking all that. He'll be fine, mate. Go on, mate.
Okay, yes, Father Dave update coming soon. That's the third of our 2 videos. Will be Father Dave.
I was interested in that, Steve, because you said last week that Delorme fiddled Crawford about for a bit. So did Father Dave fiddle anyone about for a bit of this fight? Or
wait and see, Rob. All will be revealed.
He is a priest at the end of the day.
All will be revealed. Damien has nominated Ebony Bridges, talking on Boxing Social about how she aims to bring Australian women's boxing back. Australian men's boxing has never really been a thing. Never mind women, says Damien. Keep up the great pod, though. He did give us a good shout out there. Terry Woodfine, shout out to the ref and ringside doctors who yet again do a shocking job in the States. Why is the ref tapping him and trying to incorrectly roll him over from his hip? Here's a good one. We got followed this week on Boxing Asylum's Twitter by OrchidToys.com. This is right up our street. Female LGBT plus friendly online adult toy store. We ship discreetly. A portion of your purchase goes to charity. That's come for a cause. So the Orchid Toys.
We need these as a sponsor, Steve.
Who knew you could have been doing so much good work for charity all along?
But look where they're based. Texas. So I have a bit of sneaking suspicion here. He might be behind this.
Gabe's like the fucking Bob
like
Geldof of fucking jerking off over there in Texas.
Yeah, but I noticed
Live Aids. There's Live Aids himself.
Live Aids. 71-year-old. Fucking hell.
Gonna start calling him Strap On Gabe.
Strap On Gabe. Martin Hurry has nominated Jack React, talking about Conor Benn fighting Chris Eubank Jr. Rowan says Courtney Hard KO 5th round, but Bridges is hotter, so I'm Team Bridges. Tom Varley says, mate, stop being a knob and treat these two like athletes, please. Pervs like you are killing women's boxing. Eddie Hearn really needs to ban these sorts of disrespectful comments. Eggy Phil in the chat has nominated that one. Just like that,
yes.
There he is. Chris Lovejoy is coming back against Mahmood Char himself. Andy George is nominated. This shouldn't be a nomination. We should be celebrating this.
Oh yeah, I mean, champion recess returns. You know, Manny Char against Christopher Lovejoy, who retired for like two minutes. You know.
He's out of the front seat of the car now. Anyway, he's back in the fucking ring. So
he went from. I see that he went from Don King to Don Pedro.
His bro that was him, Matty, that you called broadcast motherfucker, wasn't it?
Yeah. He was without love and without joy. But broadcast, yes.
But Steve, that's not so much like the announcement isn't so much like the bell of the week. I think it's going to be the fight. Is that the fight poster? Because if it is, it's a fucking bell.
What do you reckon, Ben?
That's fucking amazing design.
Microsoft.
The thing is, if you actually look, that's not even all though, Steve. There's like you've snipped it off. There's like another like fucking 4 paragraphs below that.
It's not even Microsoft, man. It's like, do you remember the fake one, like Lotus or something? I think it was.
I've actually got the whole thing here, but I'm not going to read it out. Fuck that pish, man. But yeah.
Okay. Aaron Patterson, not to be confused with Andy Patterson. He's got more T's than you anyway. I think we found Bean's burner account.
That's the English way of spelling it.
There you go. Grant Weston was a fan of Ebbs. Chris McKenna, we've spoke about this, haven't we? Fears in both camps. Joshua and Fury will not happen this summer. They needn't fear, Rob, because Eddie says Anthony Joshua Tyson Fury fight to be confirmed in days. Have a bit of faith.
Even Edward. Sorry. Hey, even Eddie. 2 weeks for now.
You know, Chris McKenna has been probably one of the best journalists in reporting this whole fiasco that's going on, and he is brilliant, is Chris. So if you're not already following him on Twitter, follow him. But it's absolute fucking nonsense that's going on here. You know, to be honest with you, like I said, I think I said it last week. There's a lot of people behind the scenes who think it's not happening, but then there's still rumbling from 1 or 2 that it might. But the consensus opinion behind the scenes seems to be that they're not going to announce it. Now I've said that, they'll go and announce it tomorrow.
So it's no longer evening Eddie. It's Eddie any day now. Hearn.
He's actually a little bit under pressure this week, wasn't he?
Yeah, he looked a bit stressed, wasn't he?
What's wrong with you, man? Just take it easy. Bob Arum's not out there fucking looking for sight deals. Frank Warren's not out there. Have a bit of faith in him.
But the thing is, Eddie's never mentioned Bob Arum or Frank Warren in the last 3-4 months. Eddie's going to make the fight. It's going to be me. I need to make the fight. I'm getting no help from nobody, right? All of a sudden, right? I know people are going to say, well, Frank and Bob can do a wee... Well, listen, I'm going to tell you, Frank Warren's position here, I think, allegedly, even if Frank, is minimal. Frank, I think, will be the TV guy. He's got the contacts with TV deals and that. I think Steve, Nigel Benn, Chris Eubank, who saved that fight? Frank Warren. He got the TV deal. Yeah, I think that's how Frank's tied into this. Bob Arum listen, Bob Arum allowed his top fighter, Teofimo Lopez, go to another network because he was unwilling to pay over the odds to get him his next fight. Bob's no stupid. Bob knows the money isn't there, right? So Eddie's doing everything he can to be the man and try and get the fight. Understand that. Eddie, if you make the fight, you'll get all the plaudits, mate. Fuck Bob Arum, fuck Frank Warren. You are the man. But tell you what, mate, if the fight falls through, then he start throwing the shade about. Then he starts saying fuck Bob, fuck Frank and all that sort of stuff. Because you're the ones running about all the quotes. Quote Hontus, that's what I'm going to start calling you. Because you're running about here, but all your comments, any day now, 2 weeks for now, 4 weeks for now, every quote under something, you never walk past a camera you didn't fucking want to speak to. Right? You ran your mouth. You said that everybody was going to get, so two fighters were going to get $100 million or £100 million each, whatever it was, right? Clearly the money's not there. Now, I said it, Steve, 6 weeks ago. I ain't an accountant, right? But I know you got to have fucking fans in that stadium or arena for a fucking fight. Because
you're looking at least almost $1 billion production to put on to pay two fellas $100 million in this climate.
Now, exactly. And I was going to say, Saudi Arabia now. I know the situation. Saudi Arabia. Like, Ben's been there. He knows the kind of social side of it, you know. But even they would want fans to come. They would want money put in the local economy and the coffers stuff. Like, there's no way they're going to pay these two guys £200 million each. To fight in a front of an empty stadium. It's no fucking going to happen.
The other thing is, Andy, you're 100% right. They're going to want some fans there, even if it's just like a token thing, really. They're going to want fans there. But you got to remember, they wanted this fight to happen in the summer. Right? We went to Saudi in December.
Too hot.
And it was too hot for us. You go and you want to go to Saudi in July? You're crazy. And the other thing is, we've got Ramadan coming up in this week, and then after that, 8 weeks after Eid, we've got you have Hajj, so the pilgrimage to Mecca, and obviously it's going to be different because of COVID, but still logistically for Saudi to take the foreigners and the numbers of people that come up from all over the world there, they're not going to probably want to do that and then deal with the sort of Joshua stuff going on at the same time. So I don't see it happening in Saudi till like September onwards, you know. So
but Eddie's saying it's going to happen this summer.
Yeah,
they're saying. You see, last night. Wait a minute. Eddie was saying last night, for example, when he got interviewed, you know, can we not make it December? That's what he was putting it. That's what he was getting questioned on. Can we make it December? He made November time. Eddie's saying no, it's going to happen in the summer. So is Eddie being unreasonable a wee bit here, or is he just like wanting to get the fight, you know, here and now, soon as?
This is all fucked up what they're trying to do here, and I don't want to sidetrack a little bit too much. I mean, but it's all related. The lure of the money right now is so crazy. Who in their right mind wants to have the fucking World Cup in the desert on artificial fucking surface? It's going to be like 130 degrees out there. There will literally be people that die on the fucking pitch if they don't fucking drink enough water. And so all these assholes keep going here because it's the only place they can dig up money. And I can't remember her name for the life of me, but there is a female chess player who said, fuck this big money tournament. She's not going there because she's not going to go to a place where she has to be escorted from her fucking hotel, where she has to wear headgear. She's not going to where she's going to be a second-class citizen. Fuck you, fuck your money. There's ethics involved, and the entire world is failing.
Female chess is my segue back into the value
of the week. They have more balls than boxers. It's crazy.
You know, when we went there, the women wore what they wanted. Didn't have to wear any headgear or anything. But you get what you're saying.
Okay, a belt here being created. The WBC creating the Mestizo title for the bout between Canelo.
Yeah. I noticed here his wedding anniversary there recently, and that never created a belt for it though.
We had
that one.
We had that one last week. Ricky Gravel, check out this fucking danger called an Ebony Ebbs. There was quite a few of these nominated. I'd like to try and cut them right down. Oh, here we are. Friend of the pod, Joe O'Neill. Shout out to Joe, assistant editor at irishboxing.com. A bullshit title here for you, Steve. Last night, Derry middleweight Conor Coyle won the American Boxing Federation USA Mid-American title. That's a patriotic title if ever I heard one. The fight was in Mexico against a Mexican, and Coyle is based on the US East Coast. So there you go, the American Boxing Federation USA Mid-American title.
This is
strap season for the Irish guys. Good stuff.
This is just further proof that the globalists have taken over.
That's fucked up.
Oh, supposed to be good. I think he's with Roy Jones, I think, isn't he? He's supposed to be
Yes, he signed with Oscar, didn't he? I think at one point.
think
Coyle.
high hopes for him anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's going the right way, picking up trinkets like that.
Absolutely. No trinkets here. Conor Benn, world champion in the making. Lee said, absolutely. I've never followed a fighter from the beginning as I have you. My hero is Hagler. I didn't even try to get his autograph, but I have yours. That tells you everything. My bucket list is to see you officially become champ. You'll get there and I'll be there, God willing.
He's attracted a fucking serious cult following, isn't he? With the fellas, one fella has him tattooed on without his beard, and now he's fucking got fellas writing him love letters on. He's attracted a good. I don't know. Maybe it's the intensity. The fellas like that or something. After the post-fight intensity, bringing out these characters.
He carries the anger of a man who was raped in prison.
Tony Nudger nominated that one. Kugan Cassius. Conor Benn, UK's next stand pay-per-view star.
I was going to put that up as well, actually. Jesus Christ, man. Look, he was sensational last night, but fucking come on. Pay-per-view. I told you that last week as well, didn't I? You know, they're struggling for pay-per-view stars. They're only shouting Conor Benn now.
He's not that far off it. Realistically, is he? In Matchroom world, in the Matchroom universe.
World, he's not. In reality, he is.
But they can pack him. They can package him up and fucking get him all hyped up.
Exactly. I'm telling you, I wouldn't be surprised. Would not be surprised at all. Dev Sane, friend of the pod, shout out to Dev. He's fishing a bit here, talking about Canelo in comparison to Shannon Courtney. Jasper nominated him. I think Dev knew exactly what he was doing there. Man like Chin, Bear of the Week for Hearn for bringing over this senior citizen for Savannah Marshall. Anthony Fowler, just seen that Samuel Vargas lost to Collazo in 2019. Fuck me, that fellow has been going for some years. I remember Hitman Hatton smashing him about 15 years ago. I was still in school when I watched that. James is nominating rightly. Hatton certainly did not smash Collazo. And if you remember back to that fight, he had a hell of a time.
Yeah, he did, mate. He did.
Close fight. Knockdown was probably the difference.
Yep, it was indeed. Prince Patel, here we are, mentioned him earlier. Shannon Courtney was happy to be on Sky with no experience and promoted as a good-looking woman who lost a lot of weight, but now someone better-looking comes along who gets more attention and views. It's apparently disrespectful to the sport. Good luck, Ebony Bridges. Hope you win. A sensible treat, finally, says David Almond.
Yeah, good stuff. I was going to say, the Collazo dropped Hatton in the first round of that fight, and he was lucky to get a decision win.
Yes, I think it was either the first or the second, yeah. Was that when he moved up to welterweight?
Yeah, I'm sure it was.
Durango?
No, WBA title, I'm sure it was, mate.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
It was one of the fights, I'm sure, that, it was one of the questionable ones that he could have lost.
The moral of the story is it's good to lose weight in some places, but not in others.
Well said, Matthew. Episode 418, Matty bringing some wisdom. Manny Pacquiao mourning the death of Prince Philip. Some joker in the comments below said, if he'd have met you, Manny, he'd have given you his coat and thought you were a servant or something. Can't remember who said that, but shout out to them anyway for that one. This was good from Orange Boom Bastard. Eubanks Lost Pen, Story Boy nominated him for that. It's in no way related to Babe Station, where girls stand in their underwear for tips. Good old Bean, he was loving it. World Boxing Council, international belt. Bridgerweight international title is on the line. Michael Thompson has nominated them for that one. Dean Mitchell and Mark Wood were fighting over Ebony Bridges' lingerie, naturally there. The Motor City Cobras nominated Kev C. I'm not sure what they were talking about there, but I'll no doubt find out at some point. Fight nights as well. I'd be perfectly content with DAZN signing every fighter in the game, creating one belt and monopolising boxing. We've heard all that before, haven't we? And the KO Dad as well has been nominated. Andy, you sent me this one earlier on. This is a bit of a turn up for the books, or maybe not. What on earth is Chavez Jr. up to?
He has been, funny on me on that one, but yeah, he's been in the tighty whiteys. So, he deleted that post, actually, believe it or not. But Chavez Jr.
They were flaming him in the comments. They were absolutely flaming.
Oh, he was getting pelleted.
And if you could caption that photograph, it would have to include the words "seeking sugar daddy."
and baby got back.
Seeking penetration, man.
OnlyFans.
Yeah, it looks like it's looking.
OnlyFans link in bio.
Look at the state of that, man.
Look at the pound as well. What's he pouting at? Don't be pouting at me like that, Chavez.
This is the guy. This is the guy who had all his $250,000 worth of jewellery stolen for his his mansion in Sinaloa. Sinaloa, of all places to
Boys are just walking into the drawer and he's posing for photographs and taking jewelry out.
Fucking tighty whities, man. What do you think, Rob? Do you think he's a giver or a receiver?
Oh.
In fact, do you think he goes for ass to mouth, actually?
You don't pose like that if you're a fucking giving. The fuck? He's showing what he considers to be his goods.
Or,
like,
yeah, listen, if that's how Chavez gets down, man, we're not against that on the pod.
No,
like,
we're not against
that's
that.
fine.
We're not against that.
don't be pouting at me in the fucking photo. I don't want to. What's this about? Get him off the screen.
I'm just saying, use some goddamn logic, Rob. Use some fucking logic.
What does Evan Smith say, though? Tough, strong, rugged. Works so very hard.
Tough.
He certainly prefers the company of men.
Good old Chavez. Any other nominations, boys? Ben, from you, first of all?
There was a guy on Twitter yesterday. He said something about, or this morning, he said Amir Khan needs to show Conor Ben the respect he deserves. That was it. Yeah, show Conor the respect he deserves. He lost 4 rounds against him.
Put some respect on his name.
Yeah.
Said that about 10 times last night, didn't he? Told people stop putting respect on my name. That's someone else's catchphrase. We all saw it. Shut up with that one.
Go on then, Rob. Any nominations from you?
So, I don't know if you had the photo or I sent it through or who has it, but Eddie got caught with a sly one, didn't he, at the weigh-in for Bridges Courtney? That was the only time I saw him. Saw him in a good mood all week. He just had he's taking his mind off things for a quick second there and got caught on the camera.
I bet he went to the box for a danger wank during that weigh-in, by the
way. Best one since Joe Rogan, Misha Tate, man. That was a good one.
Yeah.
Any more, Rob?
No, that's it, I think.
Matty, any nominations from you?
Yeah, I would like to nominate Judge Don Trella for his 117, 110 scorecard in the Njakis Rodriguez fight.
I would like to nominate.
You saying that motion carried.
Judge Don Trella. Andy, any from you?
Oh, absolutely, mate. Absolutely. Billy Joe Saunders, for example.
Oh, shit.
He was on Combat Sports a couple of days ago. And he's quoted as saying he's responding to his trolls and haters ahead of the Canelo showdown on May 8th. So this is Billy Joe Saunders responding to his trolls and haters. Has anybody actually seen him like repeatedly act like a fucking prick, an arsehole and a piece of shit, and probably like a troll? Really? An absolute fucking dildo, man. So Billy Joe Saunders for complaining he's actually got trolls and haters because you bring it on yourself, mate, at the end of the day.
Just leave him alone.
Just leave him alone, aye. Praise be to Dan Kinahan, by the way. Julio for Tighty Whiteys. Manny Chard and Christopher Lovejoy's fight poster. It's like 5 paragraphs in that fucking poster, by the way. And obviously to Eddie Hearn as well for Eddie 301 days ago Hearn. You know, this is a guy who basically says, "Oh, we've got an agreement. We've got even Tyson Fury on Instagram says, well, please beat Dan Kinahan, 2-fight deal agreed." Clearly, what's happened here is, the outside looking in, that the agreement that they've signed is clearly like, we'll have 2 fights. However, we'll need to discuss these 2 fights over the next coming months. So this is the reason why Tyson Fury started tweeting out 3 days to go and all that sort of stuff, because there's a deadline on this contract. So basically is tonight, I'm assuming, midnight. This is when it's going to happen, I suppose. I mean, I'm assuming they're looking at the contracts right now. Eddie says 3 days to go. The contracts are getting looked at just now. So we'll know by Monday, Tuesday, at least Wednesday next week if this fight's going to happen shortly. But
I don't know if anyone noticed. Sorry to interrupt again, Andy. I don't know if anyone noticed that John Fury did an interview with Andy
I've seen that.
Social. He said it's not happening, and I don't know what you can take or make of that because but for what it's worth, that was his.
It's the money. It's the money, mate.
He also said that
it's the money.
He also said if Winston Churchill was alive, that this fight would be happening in the UK. So I don't know, like about
exactly. Yeah,
I think he went a bit OTT with that one at the end of the day. But I think, look, I go back to it. I say I'm not an accountant, but surely this fight can only happen with fans available because, look, take the Ali Frazier third fight, right? There's a fucking civil war going on in the fucking Philippines. Ideal scenario, you buy a fight, bring it into the country, you take everybody's minds off what's happening in the fucking hills because there's a fucking civil war.
Oh, they should have the fight in Northern Ireland, then.
Yeah, exactly. Put it in the fucking Belfast peace wall or whatever and stuff like that. Take it to fucking, Baghdad or fucking all the other places in Iraq. I don't know, Fallujah, places like that, right? Places that are run down.
And if fans are coming to the stadium up there, just don't try and get there by bus.
It's just a fucking shit show. Shit show. This fight clearly would be. Listen, when Tyson fought Wilder, it was the biggest grossing gate since Lennox against Holyfield, I think it was. That's massive. That's fucking huge. This is
Which one?
This is bigger. The first fight against Holyfield against Lewis. The rematch between Fury and Wilder was the biggest making fight at the gate since Lewis against Holyfield, right? So if that is the case,
which was also a draw. Holy shit!
Yeah, and if this fight is in the UK, Matty, it does fucking huge numbers. People would fucking pay massive money to go to that fight. Two Brits fighting for the first time in history for the undisputed title, and you're going to hand it off to the highest bidder who's got oligarch money. It's the biggest fight in history. They can't afford it because they know. I want money. I want to promote my country. I want tourism. I want money in the economy, all sorts of, and local businesses and stuff.
Other thing to mention, Andy, is that don't forget. I'm sure I saw a tweet today that the European Championship final or whatever, they're only going to have half capacity at Wembley, and that's soon, isn't it? So yeah. So it doesn't bode well for having 100,000 there and all that sort of stuff, which is an amazing thing to witness, and it'll be crazy. And I really want to see it here. But
is the FA Cup final getting something like 12,000 or something like that, or did I make that up? I've seen something recently about.
I'm not sure about FA Cup. I just remember that tweet I saw.
They're having crowds coming in at the end of the season, aren't they? For the last match of the season or something.
Yeah, I've seen something. I know for a fact like the Scottish Cup finals is not getting fans because I think we get the opening game of the Euros. I think so. There's going to be fans in for that, but.
There's going to be some stabbings.
Yeah, possibly.
Well, here, there's only one man who can bring us all together before we finish up and have our pick for Belly of the Week, and that, of course, is the main man, Father Dave. So I fished out his fight with Wild Bill. So let's have a look at this. This will be good for you if you're listening during the week on iTunes, SoundCloud, or anywhere else, but you can hop on over to YouTube and have a look. It might not be the best of quality, but let's see here. So first of all, I wanted to get a feel for the fight. So I was listening to the Australian commentators and analysers and pundits putting a bit of preamble of what to expect with this third fight or second fight, I'm not sure what, between Father Dave and Wild Bill.
So they got stuck into it.
What can we expect, mate? They're obviously doing it all again now.
Fireworks, mate. That's what you can expect. Fireworks again. Yeah, no, they got stuck into it.
Who won the first one, mate?
Father Dave. Bill said it was a New South Wales decision. Of course you're going to say that, of course, but...
It won't be tonight, mate.
Yeah.
No excuses this time for Big Bill. But, both boys are, well into their 50s?
Yeah, one of them's the oldest fighter in Australia, isn't he?
Wild Bill, 57, the oldest fighter in Australia. Expect fireworks, Andy. I bet you can't wait for this.
Mate, I've actually got the fight saved. I meant to go and watch it, but I didn't have time this week, actually. I know you watched it, eh?
So
yes,
hold on, Steve.
Well, tell us what happened. Come on.
He's laughing. He's laughing. He's trying not to laugh.
He's trying not to.
Hold on. This is actually on television in Australia.
Yeah.
I don't know if that makes me love Australia or really feel sad for Australia.
We love Australia here. Every week we're having to go to Australia. Come on.
Well, yeah,
Australia back on board.
You've even got haters in the chat actually.
Your kin live there.
Well, here there'll be no haters after seeing Father Dave's intro. Check this out.
Oh my god!
Here comes Father Dave, led out by Tony O'Loughlin. My goodness, Tony, I've known him since the 80s. God love him. He's been a great trainer in the Sydney region for a long, long time.
Glory, hallelujah. Punching priest, Father Dave. Tell you what, isn't that some entrance? He's actually a priest.
Yeah. At the veteran boxes, he always opens up the veteran boxes. The
all right, ladies and gentlemen, let's introduce you to the two.
He's actually a priest.
My God.
No
That
shit.
is all the things. What the fuck?
The
What's
robe,
odds-
the girdle, man, class.
What is the odds of him having fiddled by a child, by the way?
No,
As
we
we
can't,
learned-
accuse Father Dave.
No,
of
no,
that.
no,
Come
you
on,
can't
come
do
on.
that. He's
Come on,
good to
Dave.
the children.
Oh.
He runs
Come on,
a boxing
yeah.
camp for the youth. We have seen that.
No, hang on. Wait, till you see Father Dave in action, right? Now, this is round 4, so the boys
Oh,
are a
here
bit
we go.
tired. The boys are a bit tired, but it's round
Yes.
4. It's like, remember James Toney against Michael Nunn? Just bear that in mind.
More volume, but yeah.
I mean, you're back up to bring him on the punches, but
But he's always working inside there,
yeah.
Father Dave. Like you see now, he's still working and scoring shots. It's been a good fight to start the show.
Without a doubt, what a tough fight for these two
Fucking
guys.
stay
in
that
their late
cunt,
50s.
man.
Unbelievable. I couldn't do
And they've
it.
done themselves a justice too. It's not like they've disgraced themselves by any means. It's
Oh, of course.
Rough and tough.
certainly a competitive fight.
Sure is.
Wrist.
Like we're saying here, you know, you can score it either way. Really, some of these shots. You see Father Dave now coming on the attack, pushing it back to Bill.
Steve
but,
watches incredible speed, I bet you.
Dave landed a
30
good left
seconds to
hand
go.
in there.
Oh, Father Dave, boy.
Come on, Father.
Oh, my Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name.
Oh, beautiful
Thy
jab
kingdom
there
come.
from Bill.
Thy kingdom come.
Beautiful job. Beautiful job.
Working the body there. Wild Bill.
Oh my God.
Wild Bill and Wild Man on the
Beautiful
inside.
job.
Beautiful job. It's been a cracking fight, said the one commentator.
Don't
Okay,
you feel
so-
like that's what happens if somebody takes the last pudding in the senior center?
Right, so the final one, let's find out. Now, listen, whenever you're listening, right, listen out for the MC, James O'Shea, trying to tell everybody it's been an entertaining contest. So this is the decision, okay? Let's see who's got it.
I'm sure they'll share a beer later.
All right, we look to have
Here
the
we go.
scorecards ready to rock. We'll throw it back to James O'Shea in centre ring.
Fucking state
All
there,
right, ladies and gentlemen,
man.
put your hands together for our two fighters. You've certainly been
Father Dave,
entertained.
look at his state his legs.
All right, let's have a look at our
Stay his legs.
judges' scorecards.
Can't stand still. He's fucking.
Judge scores at about 39 to 36. Wild Bill.
Wow, Bill.
Now, second
Bill,
scorecard
good
scores
mail.
at about 39 to 38
Wild Bill.
to Father Dave.
Father Dave.
Third scorecard.
Yeah.
Awards
boys are in.
about 39-37 to your winner by split decision. And it goes to Wild Bill Kittenbacher! Red corner.
Kangaroo fucker. Yeah, baby.
What a fight.
What a fight, yeah.
Did you hear the commentator at the beginning? He says, I'm sure they'll share a beer later.
Wild Bill. Never
Should be-
losing.
Father,
They've been sharing the holy water, no?
Father Dave is a little bit freaking thick in the stomach there, man.
It's like me when I turn on the camera.
Too much red wine and fish here, Matty. That's what that is.
He's gonna have to work on his cardio next go around for sure, especially with them chicken legs, man.
Right.
Father Bean looks like Father Bean.
Father Bean, did you say?
Bean! Would have been, could have been, should have been, never been. Baked bean, creepy bean, beanie, Rumpelstiltskin. We're on to you.
You guys really put beans on toast over there?
Yeah.
That's a conversation for another weekend, I think. Go ahead, Ben. You got anything to add? Any Father Dave related quips?
No, are they doing a trilogy fight?
You'd like to think so, wouldn't you?
Pay-per-view, hopefully.
Probably will
Right,
be.
The MC,
Holy
he's certainly
Trilogy.
been.
I want
Holy
us
trilogy,
to
aye.
I really want us to interview Father Dave so badly, like
Oh, dear.
really badly.
Right, okay. What have we got then? So that was a nice little aside to Belly of the Week. Let's go through them then and see who's got what. I've forgotten most of them, to be honest. Andy, who are you
Edward.
going for this week?
Edward. He is a
Edward.
man under stress, can't deliver. This will be his third super fight he's failed to deliver, by the way. Joshua against Wilder, Can against Brook, and Fury against Joshua.
Heady nomination there. Matty, who are you going for?
Good common denominator there, Andy. Evening, Edward.
Sorry. Evening any day now, Edward Hearn.
Man, I've got to go with just with the Father Dave fight.
Chavez.
I'm sorry.
Chavez.
No,
Hey,
Chavez.
wait.
Yes, no, Chavez. You're right. I'm sorry. There's so many. Yes, Chavez. Chavez gets it, but I do hope that he finds whatever he's looking for on Grindr.
I'd love to nominate this one, to be honest. That guy running up to the side of the ring with the sleeping child, screaming because his mate got knocked out.
This guy, this child's probably lying sleeping there on his lap for like I don't know how long, and he gets up, runs the ring. You fucking mug, you fucking bum, good knocked out. Just thought me, what the fuck's happened, Daddy?
Oh dear, Rob, who you going for?
I don't know. I feel like Chavez should get it for that fucking. He looks like one of them fellas that catfishes the other ones on 90 Day Fiance or something in that photograph. Don't he? Like, it was when I met Julio online and suddenly start sending him $5,000 a week.
I feel like there's an after picture coming, Rob.
Yeah, well, it could be on this one, couldn't it? I have a feeling Donnie might have a hand in this as well. I don't know.
Hey.
How Donnie got a hand in this one by doing anal or something like that?
No, Donnie's got a hand in something. Okay, so Chavez for you, Rob.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, it's a tough one between him. I know we want to get out of here. It's a tough one between him and Eddie, but I'm going to hold fire on Eddie because I know he's going to come through with the goods this week, and it's going to be all down to him, even Ed. So maybe Julio should get it for Father Day.
Sorry.
That fucking whole
Anytime Ed. That's his name now. No, even Ed. Anytime Ed.
I kind of feel like we'd be remiss as well if like Father Dave didn't fucking win it again, man. Like, what the fuck? What was that?
He's had his moment of glory, Rob.
Yeah,
let it
the
go.
whole spectacle. Yeah, sorry, man. Yeah, Julio then. Go for Julio.
A 2 for Julio. Who are you going for, Ben?
Who did you vote for, Steve?
The KO guy, the KO dad.
All right, yeah. So that means that. All right. Well, I'm gonna have to go with Julio then. I'm sure Eddie will come again, but we'll go for Julio this time.
He'll come again. Come for a cause. Good old Julio.
And if you use Orchid products, you too will come again.
Hold on, there's a fitting tribute to DMX going off in the background. I don't know if you can hear that there.
Oh, no. we're still with Come for a Cause. We'll catch up with you.
Now that X can't give it to you, Orchid Toys will.
Shout out to Orchid Toys. Shout out to Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. You are Belly of the Week for episode 418. Thank you very much, Matty. Over to you.